This is Harry Judd for Boxing Social in association with Betfred and with the gentleman himself, Chris Billam-Smith. How are we, Chris?
Yeah, very well. Thanks, mate. Yourself?
Not too bad at all. Just speaking off camera then, you recently had a newborn. How's that going?
Yeah, good. Hard being away during the week, enjoying all the pictures and videos I'm getting sent by my wife. But no, it's amazing. Best feeling in the world becoming a dad.
I bet you'll be glad to have a few weeks away, spend a little bit more time with him.
Yeah, absolutely. After the fight, get the win and enjoy Bournemouth Beach with the little man.
Next week, you're headlining on the beach, back in your hometown of Bournemouth, defending your European and Commonwealth title against Isaac Chamberlain. You fought in other people's backyards. It's finally nice to have one back at home. Yeah,
I've wanted to have a big show back home and headline for years. It's for me, it's important. I've had a great support from back home, and I just know the show, the town will love it. So it's it's a really, really great opportunity for me, and I'm super excited.
I see you retweeting everyone who's bought tickets. Are you expecting a huge turnout?
Yeah, tickets are going well. It should be amazing. There's a lot of good talent on the show. A couple of local lads in Lee Cutler and Joe Pigford, who's just from Southampton. He always does good tickets. It's tickets are going well, so I'm really excited.
I've been to a few clubs because I've worked within the amateur scene for a long time before this. And there's a lot of good boxing clubs with Bournemouth. Is Bournemouth a boxing city, you say?
It's a town. It's not a city.
It's like a star.
But I think it's because we haven't got a cathedral. I think that's what would make us a city. But no, it's it's when I started boxing 15 years ago. There was probably about 3 amateur clubs, and then after that, since then there's probably about 10 amateur clubs now locally. Loads of white collar clubs. Boxing fitness gyms, so it's huge now down there. I think boxing's grown as a whole, but in Bournemouth, we've had events like evenings with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, which have sold out back home as well. Floyd Mayweather's been down there as well, so it's been quite a hub of boxing, really, in terms of the fans. They're loving it. So yeah, it's great to bring a show and make some history, having the first televised professional show down there.
You've done a lot of media with Isaac. There's a lot of mutual respect. Will that add to the fight, you think?
Yeah, I think when it comes to respect, I think we respect each other as men. We've both got young boys now. So I think the respect's there, and then there is a respect from the boxing side of things. We both know what each other brings. So I think it'll bring the best out of both of us. So I think in a way, yeah, it adds to the fight. It's not like anyone's overlooking the other person. And I think it's a really exciting fight, even just for a neutral fan. So I think, yeah, it's the respect is there, but there'll be no respect on fight night.
You've certainly been more active. Does that make you the favourite in this one?
I think it adds to it. Yeah, I think you can't buy experience, and the experience I've had over the last 2 years is changed me as a fighter and matured me as a fighter, and sort of got me to a position of headlining in my hometown. So it's a huge advantage to me, I believe, with having all that experience.
He's only got one loss, and that's the loss of Coley. How highly do you rate Isaac Chamberlain?
Yeah, I think when you look at my opponents, I think he's easily one of the best, if not one of the best opponents. I mean, him and Richard Riakporhe obviously used to be gym mates, and they're both really talented lads. But Isaac's got a lot more of a more rounded game, I'd say, than Richard, and he does a lot of things really, really well. So I think, yeah, he's right up there, and obviously he's ranked very highly with governing bodies. One of the top 4 in the UK as well. So and he deserves to be there. He's just been a bit inactive recently, and it's going to be a great night and a great fight.
With that explosive performance against Tommy McCarthy, do you think you'll stop Isaac?
Yeah, I think so. I think the fight may even unfold in a similar fashion. We'll see. You know, I always set a high pace. Nothing's really going to change for me. A few adjustments here and there, but I'll set a high pace. I'll have a high work rate. I'll be, you know, have a high punch output, and I break people down, and I try and take them out late. And I think that could be very similar in this fight.
What did you think of that offer from Team Opataya about the potential world title shot for the winner?
Yeah, I mean, I saw that from I think it was his manager, was it? Or was it his trainer?
Yeah.
But then obviously I saw the other day that he wants a unification fight. So maybe I'll end up fighting my stablemate Lawrence instead, but we'll see. Yeah, that's obviously, you know, there's a dangling carrot there. You know, we're that close now to fighting for a world title. So it's super exciting. It gives me goosebumps to think how close I am. But obviously that all depends on winning in this game. This is a sport where every fight's a must win. So this one's exactly the same.
You recently signed a 1-year deal with Sky and Boxer. How impressed are you with Boxer and Ben Shalom and Sky Sports? They seem to have hit the ground running with what they're doing.
It's a 1-fight deal. So that's right. Just a 1-fight deal. So it's they've obviously given me a huge opportunity here. I'm grateful to what obviously Matchroom and Dazn did, but they give me an opportunity here to headline in my hometown live on Sky Sports, which when you're an amateur coming through, that's the thing dreams are made of. So I'm hugely grateful to them for giving me this opportunity, and I'm so excited about it. And it's an opportunity I'll be grabbing with both hands and putting on a good performance.
One of your stablemates, Caroline Dubois, is fighting on the card. I had her on yesterday speaking about her career. How exciting is she as a fighter, do you believe?
Yeah, amazing. I was gutted I missed her spar today. I got in just as she finished, and everyone was saying how amazing she looked. But obviously, I'm fortunate enough to see her on the pads, on the sparring all the time, and she's just such a talented girl. She's just so good, and like the world's her oyster. It's just about getting the experience and just keep progressing. But she's so talented. You know, she works hard. She's always willing to learn. But she's grounded the whole time as well. So yeah, super talent, and I'm really excited to watch her career unfold.
Yeah, she certainly is humble and grounded. She comes across really well. Was this 1-fight deal a risk for you? Obviously, with Dazn, you had a potential multi-fight deal with them, but you took it upon yourself to make this decision. How much of a risk was that? Yeah,
I mean, people might see it as a risk, but at the same time, like I said, every fight's a must-win. So these 3, 4, 5-fight deals you could get all depend on you winning all of them. So it really doesn't matter too much. You know, I've obviously you go into every fight planning on winning anyway. So I back myself before the Tommy McCarthy fight by not extending my contract, and that's exactly what I'm doing again.
Would staying with if successful and staying with Boxer, whatever you do, would the Riakporhe rematch be one that you'd go towards?
Yeah, for sure. You know, that fight and where we are now, I think we're both very close to a world title. So I think it would be silly from a business point of view from both of our sides to not have that fight for a world title. But we're that close now, it would make sense to do that fight for a world title later down the line, which would be amazing.
The last one from me, there was on a different subject. There was rumours that Tommy Fury was linking up with Shane McGuigan and things before the Jake Paul fight. Unfortunately, that fell through. But could you explain what have you heard? Is there any truth to that?
I believe him and Shane had a conversation. He might have popped in the gym, not when I was there, but yeah. To be honest, mate, I didn't know. I was too busy focusing on, because as all that was going on, we were sorting this fight out and all that sort of thing. So very much focused on myself, and obviously in the end, it didn't matter anyway.